Well, seems like it's about time to go investigate Mercer Frey's living quarters. See what I can find concerning his whereabouts. Vex implied that speaking to Maven Black-briar about the debts of Mercer Frey's guard would be in my best interest. Or perhaps it would be in his best interest. So I shall see if that is a possibility. Oh no. What's going on here?
This what you want, huh? We're routed! Fall back!
Has he gone inside this place?
I know you.
I don't believe you do. As a matter of fact, I'm sure that you don't. Now, where is Maven Black-briar, I wonder? Is she in her home at this time, or is she still in the inn? Is she not typically upstairs here? There is an upstairs, is there not?
If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss.
Aha.
Drink up, my boy. Drink to those who have fallen. May their souls find their way to Sovngarde.
Take it easy, Father. You're making a scene.
I'll rest easy when we've driven every last Imperial pig back across the Gerald Mountains. Now do me the honor I deserve as your father, and drink up!
Yes, Father.
Seem to remember something about that. Well, she clearly is not here. This can only mean that she's somewhere else, clearly. Snowshod. Isn't the Black-briar Manor somewhere in here? Riftweald? Well, there's nothing for it. Might as well rest until the morning. See if I can find Maven. Oh, how do I always forget that you're here, Iona?
Long life to you, Thane.
Thank you so much. I always forget how attractive she is as well. Heavens. Let's not be too lazy. I've been cooking all night. Whoa. There he is again. They're continuing to miss. I dare say I might have better use for these than y'all will. Seem to be pretty terrible at using them. Do I even have any of these equipped? No. Oh. They're no better than the ones that I do have equipped, except more valuable.
fine day to you, friend. May
Thank
you
you.
die with a sword in your hands.
Oh, yes.
My husband
And you
knows
with your
it's
axe.
definitely- All the crime and corruption in Riften is really getting to him.
Okay.
Now that we hear rumors about the dragons,
Yes.
he's been throwing depressed.
Well, depression hits all of us. I'm sure. And differently. Where is she? It's a lazy woman. She in the basement? Surely not. She at her manor or some such other thing? Surely she lives here, in this town. Where is she?
My food is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as
Yeah,
fresh as
this is her, isn't it?
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason.
Yes. Out of my way, Brinjolf.
The Black-briar family has always been allied with the Guild. Our connections with the Empire and within Skyrim make for a perfect fit.
Well, excellent.
I dare say the Guild owes its survival as much to my family as it does to its own people.
I'm sure. Okay.
Vald? Why would you want to help that idiot? He owes me a steep debt. In fact, he's lucky all I did was force him to work for Mercer.
Well,
A few years back, I commissioned a unique quill from a good friend of mine in Winterhold.
a quill.
Vald was tasked with getting it here safely, and it ended up at the bottom of Lake Honrick.
Well, I'll go get it for you.
The wizards called it the Quill of Gemination, and demanded a tremendous amount of gold to have it made. If you can locate the quill and return it to me, something Vald was too stupid to do himself, I'll consider the debt satisfied.
Fantastic. I was worried I was going to have to pay you out of my own pocket.
The quill was supposed to allow me to duplicate any writing I'm viewing in exacting detail.
Ah, forgeries.
I'm sure you can understand how useful that would prove in a business situation, especially where signatures were involved.
Yes, forgeries.
Fortunately, the quill required an ink with a unique formula known only to myself.
Aha.
So if you're getting any ideas about selling it to someone else or keeping it, you'll find it would hold little value.
Well, fine.
I had Vald meet the caravan from Winterhold on the western end of the lake, so he could avoid the road.
Western End, eh?
The idiot got lost in the mist and ran his boat right over some rocks, sending it straight to the bottom. He's too stupid to remember where he was, and any attempt I've made to find it in the past has been unsuccessful.
Alright.
Vald said his rowboat struck some rocks. I'd check under the water near one of the small islands in the lake. Perhaps you should start at the docks and work your way out towards Golden Glow Estate.
Oh, so it's this lake right next to us.
I believe we're done.
Yes, me too. Don't want the forge, I just want the single
Wait,
arrow
I
here.
know you.
There we are. Who? Get out of here, Riften Guard. You've never seen me before in your life.
Go fiddling with any locks around here, we're going to have a real problem.
Oh. Okay. What if I violin with them?
I used to be an adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee.
Said he hit some rocks, did he? Quite a strong current in this area. Surprising. Scouring around the bottom of a lake trying to look for a quill? It's insanity. Ah. Can't really say that I remember what these fish are useful for. Mostly nonsense. Straight to the bottom. If he ran aground on some rocks in a rowboat, I doubt it could have been that deep. Could it have? Hold on. Towards the western end of the lake. Between us and Golden Glow? Could it be near this island, perhaps? And I do wonder if I'm looking strictly for a quill, or was it in any kind of pouch or container? These are all the questions that I have. Uh-huh. Aha! Here we are. Bit of luck fiddling for me. Oh, of course it is. Ah, and some gold. Excellent. Was hoping I wasn't just looking for a loose quill on the bottom of the lake. Sure, it would have taken far longer. Oh. It's amazing how infrequently I've managed to explore the dock area around Riften. Out of my way.
Wait, I know you.
That's right. Yes. You probably know me as the Dragonborn. Famous across Skyrim as being a fantastic dark elf overall. Now are you in here, Maven? I saw you walking this way. Surely. Surely you are now in here. No. That's right. Get out of here, broom.
What in the name of oblivion do you want?
Well.
Really? I wrote that off a long time ago.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, I suppose I need to fulfill my end of the bargain.
Absolutely.
Give this document to Vold. It frees him from the debt, but I never want to see him in Riften again.
Very well. No problem. Oh.
My food is the best in all of Skyrim.
No one asked.
As fresh as the day it is collected.
I suppose now It's necessary to approach Mercer's place from the gardens. Oh, there he is. I suppose if I entered before I speak to him, he may be a bit irate. Perhaps he will come closer to the gate so that I could speak to him without entering. Ah yes, here he comes. Vald, I have something to say to you. May I speak?
This is Mercer Frey's place, and he don't like visitors.
Oh, don't
Go
he?
away.
Well,
Of mine? What is it? I can't believe it.
that's right.
How'd you talk her into this?
Well, I did work.
Never mind. I don't care. I'm just glad I don't got to work for Maven anymore.
Well,
Here, you did me a favor. I guess I owe you one.
that's right. Flee for your life. Well, I have the key. It's still more fun. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Is there any other treasure to be found here? Tomatoes. Fine. Cabbages. Blah. Blah. Almost as bad as apples. Almost. Suppose it might be best to keep an eye out for traps, never knowing. Never knowing who might still be in here.
Thought I heard something.
I love a good fight.
Do you now? Well, you've certainly found one here.
Is that your best, huh?
Sure is lucky that he couldn't hire better guards for his place. I can't imagine that there are any more. Otherwise they would have come running. Oh. Cool. Worth 50? 45? Take those. Boring. Unless I can learn something from a book, I really don't care. I searched this already. I did. How much are these fine clothes worth? 40. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Could I have snuck in here? Oh. That's questionable. Could I have snuck in here without killing them? It's my always on my mind, I should say. I'd rather simply just not worry about being attacked. By Anonymous. Oh. Clearly attempting to protect himself. Or herself by not revealing their identity. Oh, come now. There's got to be some sort of a secret room. Something that I'm missing here. There is this room. I assumed the bedroom was the one that I would want. Never mind. Uh-huh. Interesting. Interesting. Yes, I supposed so. Really? Oh. How did I walk right past this without noticing? Excellent stonework. Whoa, excellent trap work. It's a little warm in there, I dare say. Oh, what does this one do? Best not to find out, I suppose. Firestorm, eh? Sure, I've heard a bard sing a song. How is that activated? Anything of value back here? What? Why am I being pushed around? May I ask? It's this stupid chandelier. That's what I get for being too tall. Still, it impedes me. In fact, I'm stuck in it. Capable of movement. Forward. This is unacceptable. Ridiculous. Absolutely unacceptable. once again. Unacceptable. Oh. Must be joking. Ah! How about we not give me a break? Finally. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. Oh ho. Ho ho ho. Yes. I mean, I learned something from that. Mm-hmm. Very good. Oh, goodness. Well, fairly successful, if I say myself. Aside from that blunder of running into the chandelier and becoming trapped and almost dying. For shame. Oh, I see. Clever.
Well, looks like you're fitting in well down here.
Of course.
I'm supposed to allow you to trade in one of your pieces.
Gotta keep my eyes open for Mercer.
Well, check this out.
Well, well. I was looking for this little beauty.
And I found
If
it.
you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me.
Sure.
I promise it'll be worth the effort.
What,
Must have
500
come from
gold?
Mercer's place. He'd admired the grey fox for some time. Sure, I'll buy it from you. Here you are.
That's what I thought. Alright. That's all
This
I
is
have to say.
getting dangerous. Don't let anything get a jump on you.
Well,
Need to
no
stay
worries.
focused in case Frey comes back. Make it fast. Delvin, that last shipment you had some
Brinjolf, I have news for you. Where is it?
The town, and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end?
Don't worry, I'll fix it.
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end?
Look, I don't have time.
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end?
Look, I'm busy. I'm trying to rearrange these. A way that, suits them. Mm-hmm. Right. Forsworn. Okay.
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end?
Of course.
Any luck on your end?
Of course.
Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project.
Well,
If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good and set up for life. Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Karliah and made amends for how the guild's treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Until next we meet, lad. Not now, lad. Karliah said it was important.
ah, there she is as well.
Not now, lad. Karliah said it was important.
I'm here. You mad fool?
Brinjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen,
Yeah, I guess I have a minute.
decision
want?
falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
We have to be very careful, Brinjolf. Mercer is a Nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulcher.
Yes. That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing, and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
I have some preparations of my own to make. I'll meet you at the stone.
Well, fine.
I'm preparing to leave for the standing stone. What is it?
Oh, nothing. I'll, meet you there, I suppose. Well, here I am, and here
glad
you
you're
two
here.
are. Oh, I'm also glad I'm here.
This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind.
I see.
We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey.
Very well.
If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. Garrus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum. Indirectly, the Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret.
Hmm.
The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulcher.
Okay.
She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel.
Oh, well. Sounds wonderful.
Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services, and no alms.
Haha.
She influences our luck, and in return, demands payment.
Wait a minute. If it's no alms.
You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high.
Hmm.
Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues.
Alright.
Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us.
Hmm.
Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she accept payment when we die? When we suffer? Does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though.
For some, I imagine. Possibly not for others.
From the moment you were struck with my poisoned arrow at Snowvale Sanctum, My path changed its course. Perhaps I couldn't bring Mercer back alive, but together we were able to clear my name and to put Gallus's memory to rest. I'd always intended Mercer's fate to ultimately be decided by the Guild, and it seems they've spoken. It's my hope that you will, yes. This way, please.
Ah, well. And Brinjolf as well, I assume. Are you following me already?
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the Guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brinjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Brinjolf. It's business.
Right, there must be 3. Haven't you ever heard? Now there's only 1 at the moment.
This is Nightingale Hall. You're the first of the uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century. Now, if you'll both proceed to the armor to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
Well, fine. I hope this armor doesn't weigh too much. I have other things I need to fill my pockets with, like treasure. Well, don't I look fancy now? Yes. If I can get a little more light. Fire doesn't appear to give off much light. Whoa. Look at how cool we look, Brinjolf. Aren't we so awesome? What's in here? More firestorm. What's in here? Whoa. Oh. That same book? More gold. Fantastic. Oh, I love this cape. Or the hooded cape. Cowl thing. It's fantastic.
You appear ready
Okay,
for the
lass.
oath.
We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a Nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a Nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs.
That's right.
If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brinjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a Nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulcher.
Simple.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal?
I mean, sure, if protecting the sepulchre isn't too much of a pain in my side. Doesn't take up a lot of my time.
Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the western circle.
Time's wasted, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
Patience. That all thieves knew of
We'll
patience.
speak when the oath is complete.
Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. I can't wait.
We'll speak when
Let's
the
go.
oath is complete.
Sure.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's
What kind
still
of
out there.
arrows do you
Let's
use,
get
by
this
the way?
show on
Are they
the road.
Dwemer?
We'll
I
speak
love
when
the
the oath
purple
is complete.
fletching. It's so good. Beautiful. Alright, here we are. Nocturnal.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk, and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Karliah. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
I like her already.
I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy, and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Karliah. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Karliah. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth and grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Karliah. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Yes, well. What do we figure about all this?
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime.
Oh.
Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without two keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulcher, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal, and in essence, caused our luck to run dry.
Well.
Well, yes, but the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes limitless. Good. Then you understand why this is about more than just Mercer's lust for power. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulcher, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade.
Well, of course.
Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brinjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer.
Fine.
The leadership of the guild.
Okay.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the guild. Karliah and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves' Guild.
Oh, yes, why not you?
I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead, never desired it, never cared for it, don't want it.
You think I do?
Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now. Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead.
Fine. Let's do it then.
I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Karliah and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight to remember. If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no. But now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Karliah. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade, and spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way.
Good point.
Aye, and some of what Karliah said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers. This goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us.
That's right.
Until next we meet, lad.
Yes, well, it appears we have some hunting to do. Hunting of traitors and thieves. A thief. I believe what he said, that it won't be easy. Definitely something to remember.